Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blazer Podcast. I'm your host, Will Little, and today I'm joined by Emma King. I'm sure a lot of you know her. She was on the homecoming court, she's on the dance team, and she's involved in a lot of other extracurriculars that we dive deeper into on this episode. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't hesitate to contact us if you want to be a guest on the show. Enjoy. So, for listeners that don't know you or don't know you very well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Emma King. I am a senior at Valley View, and I dance, and I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. Yeah.
So how'd you first get involved in dance?
Well, my sister got involved when she went and watched the Nutcracker when she was 5 years old, or 4. So that kind of sparked an interest in her, and I kind of wanted to be like my older sister, so I started as well.
Yeah, that sounds just like me and my brother.
Yeah.
Whenever I start out swimming, I feel like a lot of people take that path.
Yeah,
just follow
older
the
siblings have
siblings,
a big influence on you.
Yeah, definitely. What intrigued you the most about dance when you were first starting out?
I think it was just being able to move. I think movement when I was younger was really fun, especially like tap. Tap, you can make sounds with your feet, so it was really intriguing to me, like the sounds and everything.
Yeah. So did you start out in tap?
I started out in ballet, and then I kind of went into like tap, jazz, and ballet, and found that I liked ballet the best.
Do you still do all those types today?
I do jazz and ballet. I do jazz more with the competition dance team at FOA, Foundation of Arts, and then with the dance team at school.
Cool. So the dance team at school, they went to nationals, like 3 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So how did they do overall?
We got 12th, which was really exciting to us. It was our first time going ever, so we were just going out there and having fun and trying our best, and we got 12th, so we were really excited about that.
Just out of curiosity, what did Jonesboro High School place?
They were in a different division, and
Okay.
they were in large varsity hip hop, and we were in small varsity kick. So the ranks go by like how big your team is. So our team is 13 girls, so we were in small. I think theirs is around 23 maybe, and so they were in a large varsity hip hop. They did really good. They made it to finals. We didn't make it to finals, but we made it to semifinals. They got 12th, I think. So they came home with a trophy, so that was really exciting for them.
Yeah. The divisions for nationals, that's not based on like the school divisions like 5A or 4A or...
No, it's just strictly based on the size of the dance team.
Okay. So hypothetically, could the dance team have more people on it and be in a higher division?
Yes. So for state dance, we'd be going up against 4A division like throughout Arkansas. So Brooklyn, Pulaski Academy, any like school that would rank in the 4A division. But at nationals, we could be going up a team that has like a 6A team, but they have 13 girls. So
Right.
it's different at nationals.
Yeah, next year Valley View will be 5A.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll bump them up. So they'll have to work really hard, but I think they can do it.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out from sport to sport.
Yes.
So nationals, is that a regional thing? Like, are there multiple nationals or...
Well, to go to nationals, you have to get a bid to go. So what we did is we went to a UDA camp in Mississippi State, MSU.
Mississippi State University?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we went to a camp there. It was a 4-day camp, and we learned different routines, and we performed them for these judges, and they gave us different kind of ribbons. Like blue means you did very good, like no mistakes. Red means you had a couple mistakes, and white means that you just had a lot of mistakes, but you still did good. And we got the most blue ribbons out of all of the dance teams there, so we got a bid to nationals, which that's what we wanted to do. And we also took what's called a home routine. So we took our pom from a couple of years ago to compete against different dance teams, and we also got a bid from that too. So to place at nationals, you don't have to like get state championship to place at nationals. You just have to get a bid from different camps.
So those camps, are those kind of like competitions? If you are the best team at that camp, you get a bid and like no other team does? Or... Do only like a certain number of teams from that camp get a bid? Is that like the primary goal of the camp?
The primary goal really is like team bonding and growing with your team and learning these different dances that you can take home and perform for your own school.
Mm-hmm.
So the first day at the camp, you compete against the different teams that take the home routine, which is you just take a routine and compete with it. And then the UDA instructors, the teachers, they kind of judge that. So that's kind of a competition. But then there's a thing called drill downs, and so you learn these different kind of commands, and you get gold ribbons with those. It's kind of like military commands. You just have to be like really good at them, and you have to, when they say the command, you have to do it. And then whoever, when they stop, gets a gold ribbon. You can compete with that too. And we got a pretty good amount of gold ribbons, so we got a trophy for that, and then we got a trophy for getting the most blue ribbons out of the camp too.
Cool.
Yeah.
So camps are one way to get a bid.
Yes.
What are some other ways?
You can have a home camp, and so it's like a 3-day camp at the school. Then a UDA instructor would come to you and teach you stuff, and then they'd score you based on that. So it's basically like the regular camp, but it's at Valley View instead of going to a college and like staying the night.
So are those like the only two ways?
That I know of, yes.
Okay. At nationals, are there teams from California and Oregon
Yeah.
and out west too?
It's like teams from everywhere that want to go to nationals. A big thing is you have to raise the money to go to nationals. So we had a
Yes.
bid, we had to raise the money, and then we went to nationals, and it's in Orlando, Florida, which we had to raise a lot of money to go. But there was teams from Illinois, Indiana,
That's what you're thinking.
Ohio, Texas. Those were just kind of the ones I can name off the top of my head. But it was from everywhere. It was really fun getting to see how like everybody else dances from different states. Yeah.
Yeah. How many teams were there?
I would think total out of like small, medium, and large divisions, varsity, junior high, high school, I would say there was about over 200 teams there. But we didn't go up against all of those 200 teams. We just went against our division.
How many teams did you go up against?
About 27 teams.
Nice. Are there judges first?
Yes, I forgot how many judges there were, but there's a lot of judges, and it's just like a state competition, but with more judges. So I think there's about like 3, maybe 4 judges looking at like your technique and how you did each of the moves the correct way. Then I think there were some judges that judged based on how the choreography was. So if they liked your choreography or not. Then there were a couple of judges showing how well you like presented the dance. So dance is such a subjective sport or art, however you want to put it. If you liked your choreography, you thought you did well, but the judges didn't like it, then you wouldn't place as well, which is harder because in like regular sports like basketball, you can see how much points you need to make, so you'll try to make those points up.
Right.
But in dance, you don't know until you get the results.
So in that sense, more judges are better because it kind of allows less room for error, and it kind of shows the general consensus.
Kind of, yeah. And the another thing for the judges, they're like from all over. They could judge like world dance championships, which are crazy. And one of our choreographers actually judged for nationals and world dance. So they're really talented people, and they know what they're looking for. And so yeah.
So you said this was their first year at nationals.
Yes, Valley View's first year.
Yeah. Do you foresee Valley View going back?
Oh yeah, it was such a fun experience, like once in a lifetime opportunity to do it, especially for me, but since I'm a senior. But they've already been talking about going back to nationals, so I can see them doing that in the future.
So have you had any competitions recently?
Personally, I am on a competition team at the Foundation of Arts, so this Saturday we had a competition in West Memphis. And we did pretty good. We were in the highest level division, so we were going up against some really tough competition. They've been dancing just as long as we have, but they've been doing competition dance longer than I have. And so they were very good dancers and very technical dancers. So it was a tough competition, but we did okay. We got second in kind of how the judges liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Competition dance and dance team is like two totally different things.
How so?
Dance team is just judged like as a team, but then for like competition dance, we have duets, trios, solos, small groups, large groups. But since I haven't been doing the competition team as long as I wanted to, I'm still trying to get like the groove of things and how everything's kind of like laid out. So I don't know too much about like the competitions at my studio, but I'm still learning about them.
So are competition dance and school dance, are those judged similarly? Like there are a certain number of judges that are allocated to specific aspects of the performance?
Yes, but usually for my studio dance, FOA dance, there's less judges, but they still judge the same criteria as the school dance. So,
Right.
yes.
Why should someone who is interested in dance try out and join the team?
I think that it creates really good bonds. I never would have really met these people unless I would have done dance. So I'm really glad that I tried out my 7th grade year and really pushed myself to become the dancer I am today. And it creates discipline within yourself. Sounds like so spiritual, but
Within other aspects of life.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I found too.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure that's the same for a lot of sports like
Yeah.
swim and everything, but it just helps you mature and grow as a person and as a dancer.
Yeah, how I see it is an object in motion stays in motion. So if you try really hard and you're really motivated in one aspect of your life, that's going to carry on into other aspects of your life. If you stay stagnant in a sport, for example, or in extracurriculars, that's going to carry over into your academic career, and you just may not be as proficient.
Yeah, I've definitely found that having dance has showed me how hard of a worker I am. I guess really when I want to be, but it showed me I can work hard to achieve what I want.
Yeah. Even if you don't like doing something, working hard on that is super important because it kind of helps bring out what you do like.
Yeah.
And helps you show what you are passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
What's one piece of advice you would give a young student who's new to the dance team?
It's a tough question. My first thought was to keep with it. Sometimes it can get really tough mentally and physically, but you want to keep pushing yourself if conditions are good. Like you have a good teacher and everything, and people support you. I think really push with it. It's very much worth it. I definitely have. I've been sometimes I get drained mentally and physically, and I'm like, I want to quit this. I hate doing it. And then I go back the next day, and I'm like, okay, I can keep doing this. Just push yourself, and it's totally worth it.
Yeah. What other activities are you involved in outside of dance?
I've joined different clubs at school. So I'm on the student council. I'm the historian for National Honor Society. I'm in environmental club, chess club.
Chess club.
Yeah, chess club. And Alex, he's the president of that, and he's kind of showed me about chess and how interesting it is, and it's a pretty good hobby to have. I work at my church, Harrisburg First United Methodist Church, as the media specialist. So I just work the cameras and stuff for the live streams every Sunday, and I work the Instagram sometimes. We were talking kind of more about jazz dance and school dance and then my competition team, but I do ballet, so that's something else.
Yeah. And you're in the Nutcracker, right?
Yes, it was my last Nutcracker, because usually after you're a senior in high school, you don't continue because you
Right.
just kind of move on with life. But I've been in the Nutcracker. It was my 13th year being in the Nutcracker, and I was the Sugar Plum Fairy, so I was very excited about that. And our next ballet, and my last ballet forever, maybe not forever, but for right now, is Swan Lake. It's a very classical ballet, and I'm really excited to do it. It's my dream ballet, and I got my dream role, which is the Black Swan Odile. So I'm very excited about that, and we're working on that as we speak. So, yeah.
Nice. When does that premiere?
That is May 20th through the 24th, I think. So it's like after we're out of school and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So and after I graduate. And so
Yeah. Where is that?
it'll be at the Forum.
Awesome.
That's downtown. So yeah.
All right, everybody show up.
Yes, it'll be so good. But yeah. After I'm done with Swan Lake, I'm going to be trying out for the A-State dance team. I'm going to further my dance career, hopefully. So I'm very excited about that.
All right, so that's all I have for you today. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. We have a live audience, everyone. Sean Smith's with us.
Yeah, we got like